Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the program. We appreciate it. Tim writes into the Tom Leykis Show. He writes in and says, "You won't believe this one, Tom. This has got to be the worst example of high maintenance I have ever experienced. I've been dating this chick for a few months now. And it's an exclusive deal, boyfriend, girlfriend, right? Well, I'm planning this business trip to Vegas, and I ask her if she wants to go along my treat. She's all over it. Now, let me say that she is no trailer trash. She graduated from Harvard with honors, bought her own house at 24, drives a BMW X5, and is self-employed. She is now 31. A few days after deciding she wants to go on this Vegas trip with me, I get an email that basically says I should also be paying her to go with me. In fact, right out of her email, I'm quoting, it says, "You should feel privileged that I would go with you to be at your disposal and at your beck and call. And for free. But you like free. Taking advantage of me, like taking me to Vegas so I can come to your car show and look nice by your side? Can you believe this crap?" Tim goes on to say this girl is gorgeous, half black, half white, 5'7", 130 pounds, athletic, active, bolt-on C-cups, and F's like a racehorse. But she's sitting on the curb right now, he says. I'm not going to put up with that crap. Thank you, Tom. Son, Tim. Now, we've all heard of the high-maintenance types. Maybe you've dated one or at least met one who spit in your face or whatever, but you know what I'm talking about. We've all met the chicks who think that you owe them money, that... you ever hear the chick who says that you should buy her dinner so you can have the pleasure of her company? As if your company has no value whatsoever. Yes. You should be buying me dinner because I'm eating with you, and I'll be sitting there with you. I'll be there every minute. I'll be there with you. Yeah. I love when they do that. How about chicks who expect gifts? Ever been with a chick who expects, like, jewelry, diamonds, whatever? I mean, no, a guy I know does that, and if they do, they'd never admit it to me. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I've had chicks actually tell me that what they wanted for a particular holiday was a diamond necklace or a tennis bracelet. Ever get that request for the tennis bracelet? You know why they ask for the tennis bracelet? Because they've already got the diamond earrings from the last sucker. So when they get down to the tennis bracelet, they've usually gotten diamond pendants, diamond earrings, and diamond rings from the other guys they've dated before. Now they're going for the quinella with you. You know what I really like? I saw a tennis bracelet I really liked. By the way, here's an irony. Have you ever seen anyone playing tennis in a tennis bracelet? Never. No way. Might ruin the tan. You know the deal. High-maintenance chicks really piss me off because somehow they think that they are giving you value for value received. You are to buy them things, pay for things, and, it's one thing when women kind of subtly expect that, but this letter writer is talking about something really blatant. You should pay with me, she says, to go to Vegas. You should pay me to go to Vegas. You should pay me to go with you to Vegas. I mean, how outrageous is that? But I would be willing to bet that you boys have had just something as egregious or even more egregious. High-maintenance women who think that their presence, their mere presence, has financial value, that you can put a dollar sign on it, and that you ought to be forking it over. Ever gone on a trip somewhere? Woman asks you what you're doing this weekend. Oh, I'm going to be out of town. I'm going on a trip. Oh, really? I'd love to go. Where are you going? Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe. I love Lake Tahoe. So you go to Lake Tahoe, She's staying there at the airport, and you're in line. She has no ticket. You have a ticket. You get up there, you hand them your ticket, and then she's waiting for you to whip out your credit card and pay? Like, who said I'm paying? I was going without you. I didn't need you to go with me. And now you invite yourself along, and now I'm supposed to whip out the credit card and pay for yours? All I can say is I better get my money's worth when I get there. I love the women who, after they get you to pay, then when you get there and you expect to get laid, they're like, I can't believe how outrageous that is. I can't believe it. You gotta be kidding me. What is more outrageous than waiting for me to lay down the plastic? What is more outrageous than that? How many times have you been with women who've done that? Let's talk about the single mother thing once. I once dated a woman who had 2 kids, and she was there with her sister and her sister's son. All right? So that is a total of 6 people, including me, 5 other than me. And they're all from out of town, okay? Now, the woman I'm dating, is in town, and the visitors are from out of town, but they've only been in town for a couple of years, and they've never been to Disneyland. So we all go to Disneyland, all 6 of us. We get in the car. By the way, when you live in Los Angeles, the last thing you want to do is take people from out of town around town. This isn't like being in New York and paying $1.50 to take the subway to the Empire State Building. It's a big pain in the ass to get in the car, sit on that goddamn freeway, and you know what that fine freeway, you're probably listening to me right now on that fine freeway. You know what I'm talking about, that Santa Ana freeway, when you're getting down toward Knott's Berry Farm. I don't care. They could expand that to 50 lanes. They just expanded it to what looks like about 12 lanes. I don't care. They can make it 100 lanes. It will always be slow. There you are, creeping your way towards Harbor Boulevard to go to Disneyland. And I'm sitting in the car with 5 other people, 3 of them children, okay? And I never do this. Get down there, and of course, if you've been to Disneyland, and by the way, who doesn't love Disneyland? It's perfect, okay? I mean, when you get there, it's perfect. It's perfect marketing, it's perfect product, the characters, everybody loves it. Of course everybody wants to go to Disneyland. You just don't want to take the people from out of town down there. Let them go by themselves. Or, I'll go by myself when I feel like going. But I don't want to take you when you want to go. I want to go when I want to go. That's all I'm saying. So you get to Disneyland, and of course, Disneyland, you know what? Don't believe what they say about the Walt Disney Company and the stock price and all this. The Walt Disney Company is making money hand over fist because they've got great products. I don't care if it's Mickey Mouse or ESPN or what it is. I mean, come on. They're making a fortune. And when you get to, the proof is in the pudding. When you get to Disneyland, you can never get a parking space near the entrance. You are going to park way out there because thousands of other people had the idea before you did. So we park in, and by the way, if you've been to Disneyland, every parking space, rather than having parking sections as Lot 3, Lot 4, Lot 5, like Dodger Stadium, you've got the Mickey Mouse parking lot, the Goofy parking lot, right? The Donald Duck parking lot, right? So you're parked in the Minnie Mouse parking lot, which is practically, you know what I'm saying? It's practically not even in Anaheim anymore. You're in Buena Park parking the car. Then you got to make your way to the entrance of Disneyland, which is, they get you on these golf carts on steroids, and you make your way from the parking lot to the entrance of Disneyland. And you get there, and Disneyland, and this gets you on all the rides and everything, Disneyland is $42 or $43 a person. So you arrive there, and I arrived there with 5 other people, 2 of whom I don't even know, okay? I don't even know the other 2. I'm there with the chick I'm dating and her 2 kids. What was I thinking, right? And then her sister and her sister's kid. 2 people I don't even know. So all 6 of us arrive at the entrance of Disneyland, and it's $42 to get in. So here's what I did. I put down my MasterCard and said, 1, please. It was $42. And then that meant the woman I was dating had to put down her MasterCard for $210. So she does it, and she doesn't say anything, right? And all 6 of us sweep merrily into Disneyland. And then later on, you know what? It's barely perceptible, you know? You can just tell there's something wrong. You know, kind of like right before an earthquake. You can just feel a little rumbling. But you can't really tell what's going on, right? So, here we are, walking around Disneyland, and finally we are, like, getting into the evening. It's dark, and they have this big presentation, this big water show with fireworks and lights and everything, and it's this big, I don't know what they call it, it's a big show they got there. And so, we're sitting there. I'm there, and I'm there with the woman I'm dating, and she lets her kids go off with her sister and her sister's kid. Now it's just the 2 of us sitting there getting wet because we got these great seats right up on the water, and all the water from the water show is splashing all over us. And we are sitting there in the kind of dank Southern California night, and the water is splashing us. And she turns to me and she says, "I can't believe you. I can't believe you." Why not? I didn't even know what she was talking about at this point, right? She says, "Well, you could have been a gentleman." I said, "What, did I not open the door for you? Did I forget to say Gesundheit when you sneeze? What are you talking about?" By the way, that's a whole other topic for a whole other day. You can vomit and nobody ever says anything, but don't ever sneeze and let it go unnoticed. I said, "No, you could have been a gentleman." I said, "I have no idea." "Oh, you know what I'm talking about." "No, I really don't." Then you get that one, you spend on a half hour. "No, you know what I'm talking about." "No, I don't know what you're talking about." "No, you do." "No, I don't." "Well, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're even less of a gentleman than I thought." "What are you talking about?" "Well, if you were a gentleman, you would have paid for all of us." "What do you mean I would have paid for all of us?" "It's $42 a person. 6 people going to Disneyland, that's $252. But who's counting? I didn't want to pay $252. By the way, I'll tell you the truth, I didn't even want to go to Disneyland. When I go to Disneyland, I want to go with my friends. I want to do it when I want to do it. I didn't want to do it today. You dragged me down here, and I came down, and you met. She actually said to me, now get this, "You owe me." Are you listening? "You owe me $210, what she said. And then I swear to you, later on, like days later, she was actually asking me, this is the absolute truth, she was asking me if, I said I'm going to be over a little while, I'm stopping off at the ATM. She said, "Did you take out the $210? I mean, what is that? We're talking about high maintenance. What the hell is that? Do you know what? There isn't any poon in the world paying for on that basis. There just isn't. As evidenced by the fact that I dropped this chick like a bad habit. By the way, that single mother thing, you know, just, why? Why did I never learn? I did that. That's why I tell you boys all the time, look out for that stuff. But high maintenance women, man, I mean, I'm not talking about the normal high maintenance. You know, the chicks who spend money on expensive clothing or accessories or, you know, cosmetics or whatever, or want to drive expensive cars and hopefully you or some other sucker will pay. I'm talking about the chicks who are really, really blatant, like, why aren't you a gentleman? And if I go to Vegas with you, you're going to have to pay, and stuff like that. Have you ever been with a woman who was not only high maintenance, but really, really blatant